Welcome to me filming, making one of my toys. I don't have a method, I just freaking go for it. No idea what I'm doing. G'day, I'm Aussie Ferret and welcome to something a little bit different. I want to show you the process of making one of my creepy toys. Oh, why'd I say it like that? This is a Christmas one, so I'm going to put on some festive wear. I am the gift under the Christmas tree. I decided to wear this one because then you can still see a decorated tree, because at this stage I still have not decorated my tree due to the lack of batteries. The creepy toy that I'm wanting to make is a type of gingerbread man. Normally I buy the toys from op shops. I usually go for the ones that are really damaged or I don't think people are going to want, like a doll that has scribbles all over her face or something like that. Sometimes though, I find a toy that just instantly gives me an idea and I'm like, oh, I've got to get this. Like for example, this cow. Like seeing a cow with a mouth open and I was instantly like, it's gonna eat a human. That's gonna be its achievement in life. When I saw this gingerbread man, it reminded me of the creepy gingerbread men from Krampus, which was actually, I think, the first horror movie I ever saw. Yeah, Krampus is always going to hold a special place in my heart for that very reason. This will be the second creepy Christmas toy that I have made. I have made a bauble with leftover pieces. This little cutie here is full of Christmas cheer. I would show you, but I'll put a picture up. So this is the inspiration for this creepy toy. Keeping that in mind and looking how cheerful you look, we're gonna need to change some things up. Let's do a rough drawing of what you look like already. Currently you've got a swiggle on each arm and leg. One that I'm basing you off of does also have that. 2 buttons, the other one has 3, that's fine. You currently got the smile, already kind of creepy black eyes, an out of proportion nose. He was wearing a bow tie or something as well, which I took off because I was like, that's too cheerful. You probably had some tags, which I've already taken off as well. First thing that I keep looking at is the gingerbread man has like a gaping wound on his arm. I can do something like that, either cut it open, glue it up, and then put the perma blood on top. I've done that before with the creepy bunny toy. I had written down I wanted to sew the eyebrows somehow. I'm not sure. Oh, I can give you a monobrow. I want you done by Christmas, and I'm very good at procrastinating when it comes to sewing, so I might run out of time. Big white eyes. You don't have a nose. You could easily just move where your face is though. Suffocating. Big unhappy face that somehow covered your nose and your mouth. Oh yeah, I can still fit the big eyes there over your current eyes. That's fine. I'm a very visual person, but I can't picture things when I'm looking at something that already exists, if that makes sense. It's mainly focusing on the face. I'm going to give you a candy cane to hold as well. Felt is the easiest thing to work with. I've used felt for the creepy Mario that I made a family member. I think the felt will look fine. It doesn't look fantastic, and it will be obvious that I've added the felt onto the gingerbread man, and the gingerbread man didn't come like that. It's not going to fool anyone. That's fine. I just want to enjoy making it. Now, of course, because this is me, I have pretty much none of the supplies that I'm needing. White felt, green felt. I have black felt. I might get a bit of red felt to add around the mouth maybe. Maybe some pink felt if I'm going to go with that. And then to make the candy cane, I was just going to use pipe cleaners. Well, I wanted to film this, so I have to commit to doing this. Let's see if that works. Oh, the other thing I wanted to get is a chain, because in the movie they come down a really big chain down the chimney. Bit of a spoiler alert. I thought that would look cool. I'll see if I can find one in the op shops. Wish me luck. Krampus! And I got my little bubbling Santas. So I went to Lincraft with some success, so that's good. I've got my red and white pipe cleaners ready for the candy cane, and I've got 3 different coloured felts for the face. I didn't get a red felt because the lips are they bulge out a little bit more. And I was like, oh, I'll get some fabric paint. And I couldn't find any worthy fabric paint at the shop, but I already own this fabric paint. Problem is, it is very bright gold, but I've just been testing to see if I can paint over it. That's actually not the perma blood, that is just a red paint, and I think, I mean, it hasn't dried yet, it does an okay job, so we're gonna go with that. Alright, so where to get started? Something's falling down in the tree. Yes, it's decorated now, finally. Doesn't look as good in the light, but that's okay. Doesn't look that fantastic in the dark either. I think actually it looks okay. It's the first time I've had my own tree, rather than, one with the family. What do we want to get started on? Are you gonna look okay if I don't sew your eyebrows? Because I'm just gonna end up giving you like an intense monobrow that's not quite the vibe I'm going for. It's gonna be a lot of work for not that much gain. See, I don't know if this felt is going to be okay for the eyeballs. Because white felt, it's just not as good quality as the rest of the colours. I don't like drawing circles, so ideally I find something that is a circle and then I use that. You're gonna be all out of proportion, that's okay. Maybe this gingerbread house was put together by a kid or a very incompetent adult. As you've probably discovered from my Let's Plays, I'm not very good at talking and doing something at the same time. So let's see, is that gonna be too big an eyeball? Then you'd have the green on top of that. Look, we can always make the eyeball smaller. You can't make it bigger. I've tried adding fabric on before, it doesn't work. I haven't actually. That was a funny joke. Hold on, I don't have my fabric scissors out. Do I own fabric scissors? I'm pretty sure I do. I'm meant to. Hold on one moment. No! I can picture in my head what my fabric scissors look like, but I can't find them. But I found these little ones, so they're gonna have to do. Oh yeah, don't like trimming at this angle. Oh, this is such good footage. Oh, this is a terrible circle. That's okay. That's circle enough, right? Ta-da! Okay, so now we're gonna make another one. This is so riveting, isn't it? Ooh, that's a better circle. And the thing I like about making creepy toys and all that is they don't have to be perfectly symmetrical or anything like that because it's creepy. Perfect! Before I commit to that, I'm going to make your mouth. That's what I'm going to make, okay? So I'm going to go big unhappy. This back up. Can you not? I just get these eyes to just nothing horrifying at all. How was I thinking about doing this? The eyes were going to be higher like that, was it? Oh, maybe. Okay, yeah, that you can see how that works, can't you? Do you ever just wake up sometimes and your brain just says no, but you try anyway? Looks like butt cheeks. You can look that way for a bit while I think about your mouth. Can you sit up, please? I think this is coming together all right. Just looks like maybe he's swearing. We've like censored him, Let's just guess a shape first. What do you call this shape, Hannah? I don't fucking know. I think I ruined it. Plot twist of the season. You know what? I'm gonna trace on my phone. That's easiest. There we go. That's okay. That is okay. I feel fairly confident about that. Where are my pins gone? What have I done with my pins? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Loose pins. Bad nightmare. Oh, they're in his eyeballs still. I never moved them. Where did I move that other pin? Oh, here. Alright, are you ready for how horrible it looks? Oh, God. Oh, well, this is what it looks like now. Let's just try and neaten you up a little bit. Hopefully this doesn't ruin everything. Oh no, I think I wrecked it. Oh no. That should be okay. It is definitely over the top, very big. But do you remember what I said? How it's you can either make things look really good or you can make them look intentionally bad. This is intentionally bad, I promise. The thing is, I look at it and I kind of look, I can kind of picture it being like me. So that's the thing that I'm going for. We're gonna add on a little bit of green. Snipple, nippity snap. Okay, let's just start rounding you out. I'm eyeballing the eyeball. Okay, so what I was going for was about the size of his already existing eye. I think I did a pretty good job. Now your mouth looks like a giant mustache. How did I achieve that? Alright, so let's make the other eyeball about that size. The second eyeball was always the struggle for me. I have just noticed something. I'm gonna be right back. Oh no, that's one way to clear the desk. It's kind of like spot the difference, in a way, a little bit. Well, hopefully once I've added the rest of your mouth, it's gonna look less like a mustache. Okay, you look like moldy eggs. So far I've achieved putting a mustache and moldy eggs on a gingerbread face. Alright, now I know I say things can look intentionally bad and that can look good, but this just looks really, really bad. You are a bit over the top at the moment. Maybe if I make the eyes a bit smaller, you'll look less comical. I don't think you're going to have room for the cheeks. I can't believe I bought fabric and you're not going to have room for it. Can't really risk it with the mouth, because then you might see embroidery underneath. Oh no! I can a little bit, just a little bit. Let's try and make everything a little bit smaller. Oh crap. Okay, I have made a mustache and it is too small. Maybe that can be salvaged with the lips around it. But I wanted the lips to be on. I shouldn't have made it smaller. Oh god. It's not meant to be a mustache in case anyone is confused at this point. What if I put you on an angle slightly? Worse. That angle? Even worse. I'm gonna need to make another one. Alright, well that's attempt 2. Doesn't look much better. So, do I want to give you cheeks? Maybe, if they were like these little button sizes and they're just boop, boop. That's about right. Oh, there's an idea. The alternative is that I actually cover his current buttonholes with the felt, so then all of it's felt, because I was going to cover the icing on the arms with blood. I was thinking, maybe. Potentially, if I covered all the icing bits, then maybe the felt face would look less out of place because he's got like a whole felt body. Yeah, I don't like the felt cheeks. I don't know, maybe it'll look better once everything else is on, but I feel like that's just a bit... I don't know, I'm not feeling it. Thing is, I do not like in any way, shape or form what it currently looks like. So I'm trying to work out by the end, am I going to be able to fix this up enough with enough blood and stuff that it looks okay? And I think I can fix the mouth because I'm going to be adding on the fabric glue, which I'm going to then paint over the red to make it those juicy little lips. I could try and give it the icing spittle mouth thing that's going on there, maybe, because I mean I have a mouth to practice with, so I could give that a go. Just the eyeballs, I don't know, I'm not feeling it. They're very flat. I don't know if maybe I could put like half a cotton wool ball underneath just to pop them out a little bit. You can at least fiddle. We can always fiddle sticks. What if that was a thing? I just got a whole heap of toys and I just stuck mustaches on them. That'd be a vibe. Cotton wool ball. Wouldn't be able to use a whole one, that would be too big. And it just gives a dumpling effect, I guess. Definitely makes it more 3D. I might give it a go. Just makes it look less flat, because I mean the gingerbread man, his mouth is pretty flat. But yeah, the eyeballs, especially with the texture of his eyebrows, which I don't feel like I'm going to be able to do, just gives you intense forehead wrinkles. Unless I stuck something... Alright, I'm not going to do this, but... if I can't make you look better with the blood and all that, I'll stick them on there and we'll just call it a joke, okay? I'm worried you're going to end up looking horrible and I've just filmed all this and I'm not going to be able to salvage any of it. Alright, let's get to gluing. Alright, you're not going to see my face for this, but that's okay. Pins out. Glue. Woo, that's way too much. Just glue that on slightly. Oh my god, you got green all over you. Right, that's actually not too bad. A little bit around the edges. I think that is staying down. You look a little bit less like a mustache now that you're stuck down. Slightly less, slightly, ever so slightly. So. Alright, let's see if this works. Kind of. No. What's good about this is you get a really good look at my top. Thank goodness I'm wearing a really cool top. I'm just going to paint in edges a little bit. It makes sense why it's not working. It's something that can't sit flat, which I'm trying to make basically sit flat. So if there's no darts or anything like that, it's gonna bulge. But I kind of want it to be like a rippling bulge, like a dumpling effect where it just ripples in certain spots. Does that make sense? It's not enjoying sitting. Oh, well, that's the effect that's happened. It actually doesn't look too bad. Maybe I'll use that. Maybe it will look better if I just use cotton wool bud. I'm kind of reconsidering everything now. This happens sometimes. See, the felt is very big and bulky, which kind of works for the mouth. But the cotton wool bud, like, if I just built on that, that might look okay. Wouldn't be the first time I've used cotton wool bud. I just wouldn't have expected it to glue so well, but nah, that's stuck on there. Has it done the same thing on this side? So I've decided I'm gonna I'm gonna use the cotton wool buds instead. Look at this little angry gingerbread man. I'm gonna use the cotton wool buds instead of the felt. So glad I bought the felt specifically for this, but that's fine. Gonna want to build a bit more onto that because you're a bit messed up. You're nice and round. The tree's poking my ass. How exactly do I want to go about this? Good thing with cotton wool buds, you can really poke it in there. Might just add a little bit more. I like this eye more than I like this eye, so I'm going to test with this one. Now somehow I've made your eyeball look like a rose. I'm not quite sure how I did that. I feel like they should be a little bit bigger, maybe not actually. What am I doing? Just smooth you out a little bit. You smooth out alright. Oh yeah, that's alright. Could be worse. I'll find a way to make it worse, don't you worry. Doesn't matter if these guys look traumatized. I haven't been too successful in adding to this eye, which is why I'm thinking I don't want to add to this eye because I really like the shape of that one already. And I don't want to ruin it. That eye just looks a little bit more textured now. I think it actually looks okay. The mouth is stuck down pretty good. I think he looks angry at the moment, so that's good. I was worried it was just going to look like a giant mustache, but it looks like an unhappy face, so that's good. Your unhappiness brings me joy. Going to regret adding more? Maybe not. Maybe, but maybe not. Yeah, I'm pretending that I know what I'm doing, but honestly, I am making it up as I go along. Ruining it. The fur around it is clearly got that stuck together with glue. Look, I wonder why. Probably because it's been stuck together with glue. Let's see if I can try and push in this side a little bit as well without upsetting it. Oh, I'm upsetting it. Almost like it doesn't like me poking its eyeball. Looking okay, they're looking same size, roughly. The roughed up texture around the eyeballs just makes it look like it's really tired or something, maybe. Dare say gingerbread men don't get to sleep an awful lot. I personally have never seen a gingerbread man sleep, so that could almost be classified as fact. I've been staring at it for so long, I don't know if it looks okay or if I've just become accustomed to how it looks. Proportion-wise, I think its eyes are okay. I just need to work out how I'm adding on the green, if I'm still doing that or not. I've got these little felt things, or I could see if I've got any paint. I'm not a fan of the felt. Alright, I guess I'm gonna go check my paints. Ooh! That's alright, isn't it? Now we're just gone full experimental mode. I'm going to see if I can paint some cotton wool bud and then stick that on. A couple drops, no need to waste. That could work. That could actually work quite well. I'm very surprised. Add a bit of glue to that. It's going to be messy. Okay, I'm just going to try and roll you out. Let's go to the eyeball I don't like as much first. Squeeze you out a little bit. Oh, you're leaking the colour a bit. That is okay. Imperfectness in itself is an art. I've just decided may have made you too big and you are leaking a little bit. Probably should have waited for you to dry first so you didn't spread. That's right, I'll show you what I've done. Yeah, you can see that. It's kind of bled onto the white a bit because I didn't let it dry. but I think I'm okay with that. I should have worked out what size that was before putting it on. That's okay. Welcome to me filming, making one of my toys. I don't have a method. I just freaking go for it. No idea what I'm doing. It looks like bird poop. I'm gonna let you dry a bit this time. Alright, now everything looks nice and clear. I'm so glad you can't see all the mess that's right out of shot. See his lips? They kind of, well, it's piping essentially. I should practice before I just go for it. Right, let's see, now you're very gold, I know that. Oh, and you go on quite strong. That looks alright, kind of looks like a slug. I wanted to bring you out a bit more. Now you just look like a slightly fatter slug. First time I ever used this was for Christmas stockings. Me and my two sisters, we got Christmas stockings that were just red with the white around the rim. And they wrote their name like normal, and I had put it on so thick. And the next day it still wasn't dried, and they had to put, like, the presents were, like, in there while it was still wet, and it was like, whoopsies. But I thought it looked cool. Yeah, make a bit of a statement. Anything this covers is going to become intense gold. Being Christmas though, I feel like if it had a bit of gold glitter residue, I'm personally okay with that. Christmas time, glitter just gets freaking everywhere. How long do you say to dry? 24 hours! Well, looks like that's all I'm doing for today. I think it looks alright. Looks like icing. Icing doesn't tend to be perfect. I might not use the purple dots after all either. I'm not using any of the felt that I bought besides the black. I didn't buy that, I already had that. I'm not using any of the felt that I bought. That's fine. Yeah, if I do the purple dots, it's gonna look like gingy. That's not the vibe I'm going for. I've just got to allow that to dry now. Since there's not much else I can do, I may as well make the candy cane. I've instantly forgotten what a candy cane looks like. I have not done a pipe cleaner craft in so friggin' long. I'm gonna take my eyeball out. That's kind of cute. Oh, I kind of like the feel. Since I have so many, I'm just going to make a second one in case I do better the second time. Which one looks more like a candy cane? Oh my goodness. They're so different. How did I make two that was so incredibly different? How did I do that? You're the exact same materials, and yet this one looks more red and this one looks more white. I don't think you really add to the toy, so I might just end up sticking these on my tree because they don't really go with the vibe of the toy, surprisingly. I'll leave the candy canes there for now, just in case I decide to go ahead. I'm just gonna see if this paint has dried enough. I think that looks okay. I'm just going to see if I can make you look a little bit better. See if I can put a bit more paint on you. Well, I think it's looking okay. Definitely looks horrendous. That's a pretty good vibe to go for, I guess. I'm hoping the gold fabric glue dries like that, the piped look. Going with the paints and the cotton wool buds gives it a bit more of that icing look. That look we're all so familiar with. It looks like it's from icing, you know what I'm trying to say. I think it looks a bit better than if I had gone ahead with the felt. Yeah, I gotta wait 24 hours for that to dry now. Woohoo! Gingy is finally dry, I think. Yes, good. Right now, here's old golden boy. He's looking pretty pissed off. That's good. That's the vibe we're going for. Now it's time to paint his lips red. Alright, we're just gonna be frustrated with the way I've set up this, and we're just gonna paint over the gold. Not quite coming up with the texture that I was hoping with, like the bumpiness that I was attempting. You may see a bit of gold still over it. That's okay as well, because I figure, as I said, glitter just finds its way everywhere at Christmas time, and it's the worst. I almost like the gold, but it's not the gingerbread man. I can do gold on another thing, but it looks kind of nice, but no. Alright, I think that's done. I'll just double check. That was a lot easier than I was expecting. So he's looking nice and distressed, which is fantastic. I'm gonna clean this up real quick. You sit there and contemplate ruining Christmas. Alright, so now the gist of it is done, but I'm still not quite happy with it. I like its face. I think that looks okay. I think this one's more like the distressed one from the fridge rather than the one from the action shot swinging at you. No eyebrows and the icing on the mouth, that's fine. I don't want to ruin the mouth. I had no luck finding a chain or a hook or a knife handle for props. I think it looks better with a more proportioned sized candy cane. Don't want to change the colour of the buttons. I think the colour scheme's okay, but I think I might just cut your arm open and then seal it up with blood. In that photo with him flying with the flames, it does look like his arm is a bit damaged open. Do the gingies bleed? I'm gonna need to watch that scene. I'm gonna be right back. Okay, I rewatched the Gingerbread Man scenes. Two things. One, freaking love that movie. And two, they don't bleed because they're gingerbread men. I was getting confused with the other toys that have like goo and stuff in them, but yeah, the gingies, they're just gingerbread. So I won't cut you open and then fill you up with blood. You can see the relief on his face. I guess the gingerbread's done then. I just feel like I haven't really done an awful lot to you. Still drying a little bit. But yeah, he's got his candy cane. It's not attached, it's just balancing. I try not to glue that kind of stuff on permanently so it's more interactive. You can see just a little bit of like little runaway pieces of glitter here and there, but as I said, I think that's good. You can't tell that his entire lips are made out of glitter. That's the main thing. Here's another toy done. Alright, well thank you very much for watching. Please let me know if you're interested in seeing more making of creepy toys. I enjoyed filming it, I think. It definitely motivated me to finally make another one. That's good because I freaking love making these, but I just never get around to it. Let me know what you think. I'm happy to do another one, and maybe next time I can show the permablood and how that works. That's pretty fun to work with. Definitely brings the horror to another level. You have anything you want to say to the viewers? Merry Christmas, bye!